Hey Taurus, I hope you're doing well. This is going to be a general no contact reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the rest of July. Taurus, I have you some shadow cards pulled out here. We're going to go over those and then we'll get on into the main spread. This is just the energy that I meditate over. I do a pre-shuffle and then, I make sure that I have at least 3 cards out on the board. And so that's what I did here. And you're starting with the King of Wands. Some of you might be involved with a Leo or, in a no contact situation with a Leo, but this does feel more like a prideful energy. That's how it was coming through. At first it felt kind of like this could be your energy here, Taurus, in this state of confidence, in this state of like standing firm when it comes to your position. This is, keep in mind, like the King of Wands is somebody, whether you're male or female, who is known as a leader, and they're admired because they're able to commit to something. They're able to stay determined and disciplined, and I feel like that's an energy that you've been in. So that's kind of what I was feeling at first, is you staying strong, staying disciplined, not in necessarily an arrogant way, but it just kind of feels like this is done and what's done is done. So that's the energy that I feel you in here, Taurus. But then it kind of shifted into a little bit of a prideful space, and I don't really know that that's you. I feel like it could definitely be this person because, the King of Wands, he's wearing a crown, right? And then we have the Tower, and the crown is flying up in the air. It feels like your silence is getting louder and louder, and it's creeping up on this person. You're hearing a bell, you're hearing my cat, okay? But when it comes to that King of Wands, I do think on one hand, maybe it's your energy being genuinely confident and firm in where you stand, admiring yourself, loving on yourself. And then on one hand, I feel like maybe it is a facade coming from someone here, and it's kind of creeping up on them. They're realizing that this I'm fine act isn't getting them anywhere, and that you're like, good, I hope they are fine, But I feel like your silence is getting louder than their pride here. It's like kind of stacking up, creeping up on them here, and they can't escape it. That's the energy that I get here. They can't escape it. I feel like things get kind of quiet in their life. This could be a Scorpio or an Aries for some of you. We got Leo energy here. They might have Venus in one of these signs. But 7 of Cups shows up, right? 7 of Cups is confusion, illusion, temptation, fantasy. And honestly, Taurus, I feel like your silence and your absence is really like creeping up on this person here when it's quiet. So there's something about that here where I feel like there's a breaking point coming that they're not really able to get away from. 8 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck as an influence, and often that comes through as communication, Taurus. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like breaks no contact in the remainder of July. We'll see what we got going on here in the main spread. Yeah, Taurus, I really feel like you're trying to get away from this. Like, you're in your element here. The Hierophant's on the bottom of the deck, which is another reason I feel like this is this person, because the Hierophant is showing up here. So that's kind of confirming that to me, because that is your card. I feel like you've come up with a new system for yourself, and it's not just about love and relationships and things of that nature. Like, yeah, you've probably come up with some new standards, some new rules for yourself, but also I feel like this has to do with the things that you're investing in general, not just people and relationships, but how are you spending your time? What possibilities are you feeding energy to, right? So a lot of you, I feel like you're really focused on that. And 4 of Swords is showing up here. This is peace. It's clarity. It's gratitude. Some of you, honestly, I think when this split happened, there was a sense of relief. I almost feel like you weren't even as torn up over this as you thought you would be. So yeah, Taurus, I think when this no contact situation, started to take place, you probably felt this sense of like, I don't have to worry anymore. Like, if I'm getting played or what's going on there with that, I'm sleeping good. That's the energy that I feel a lot of you in. And then Queen of Swords is showing up here. I feel like maybe part of you longed for more truth, more clarity in the situation. But ultimately, I feel like with the 2 of Wands showing up, you decided you were going to step forward without it. You have all the clarity you need. And that's the vibe that I feel a lot of you have taken on about this situation is, you know what, we're not talking and this is how it played out. So, that's what more do I need, right? It is what it is. And that's all the closure I'm going to get. A lot of you have accepted that here. I do think a person could have just kind of gone cold out of intimidation as well. Like if this person was the one, if this was a ghosting situation, I feel like they could have been intimidated by you. Maybe you were really truthful, or you forced them to see things they didn't want to see. Some of you, if you're more successful than them, that might have had something to do with this as well. Let me see what else we've got here. What else do we have here for Taurus in their no contact situation for the rest of July? Some of you have some Aries or Libra in your chart, or dealing with one. I'm telling you, Taurus, it really is feeling to me like you got the Page of Swords here. This is curious, observant energy. This person has kept eyes on you. I feel like they have kept eyes on you the whole time you've been in this period of no contact, just not swinging the sword. Maybe they're feeling like it's just not time yet. You know, maybe they're saying it's too soon to swing that sword, or maybe they're saying, there's been too much time that has passed. Taurus has probably moved on by now, you know? So I feel like there could be a lot of questions about time kind of going through their head, and there's not really a whole lot of evidence that they have to go off of. So that's part of what's holding them back here. But again, I think pride is a big issue here too. But I get the sense, Taurus, that with that King of Wands energy that we were seeing in your pre-shuffle and that I was meditating over, and it came through in so many different ways, it was sort of able to evolve, like through different stages of the King of Wands himself. So it was interesting to me. That kind of gave me the sense that this has been going on for a while, you know. Let's see. What else do we have? What else do we have for Taurus and their no contact situation in the remainder of July? The Fool. Okay, this is Aquarius energy. This can represent taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, moving towards something new. It's very much a fresh start, very much a clean slate. Some of you are moving towards that in the remainder of July. Honestly, Taurus, maybe you have already, right? Maybe you have already gone towards something new and this person is watching that. They could be seeing that. Even if you've not, listen, Taurus, say for example, if you are like on socials and you're posting things and a certain person is like liking those things, maybe you're not even really paying any mind to this person in reality, but the individual who's watching you is thinking, oh, Taurus has got to be involved with this person. They are all up in their stuff. They are all up in their socials, right? So that could be something that's going on here. I'm just giving an example. I feel like a person is thinking that you've gone towards something new or that you're about to leap towards something new. And I'm also seeing this as a risk that they could be taking in leaping towards you, because it's like I said, I really get the sense that they're about to crack. That is a Uranus card, Taurus, and Uranus is the planet of rebellion, and I do feel like they're about to kind of rebel against this no contact energy here in this situation. Let's see what else we have here for Taurus in this situation. What else do we have for Taurus here in this situation, in this no contact situation for the remainder of July? Five of Pentacles is showing up here. Taurus, I do wonder if something might happen with this person to where they're kind of left high and dry in a situation. Maybe it has to do with their job, their living situation, or maybe they thought the grass was greener and they're finding out that it's not, right? Maybe they've been left out in the cold in that Five of Pentacles energy and now they're coming back towards you. That could be a big part of this as well. It's possible that they've been occupied by someone else and now that someone else has maybe betrayed them, or they've betrayed that person and it's come back on them. Yeah, there's a lot of different reasons I think that this person could be coming towards you, but it really feels to me like a lot of those reasons have to do with something blowing up in their life, them feeling like you're getting away, going towards someone else. And honestly, Taurus, this has also been just building up for quite some time since the no contact began. I think this person has been kind of curious about you, and it's possible that they felt like you weren't going to move on, and that could be why they've been kind of checking in on you, is to see, you know, if there are any signs of you having done that. So yeah, it's very egotistical, Taurus, and that's the energy that I'm getting here. This could be an air sign reaching out to you, could be an Aries. You got Taurus energy here as well. But yeah, that is what I'm seeing. I hope that this was helpful or fun or whatever you needed it to be, Taurus. Don't forget that I am reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, so you're more than welcome to watch out for your other signs. But Taurus, if this is where we part, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.